2013, on this subject, you tweeted this, quote, 26,000 unreported sexual assaults in the military, only 238 convictions. What did these geniuses expect when they put men and women together?
Well, it is a correct tweet. There are many people that think that that's absolutely correct.
Well, Donald Trump at the Commander-in-Chief Forum last night landed himself in some hot water after defending that controversial tweet made in 2013. The Republican nominee doubling down on the provocative proclamation, sexual assault in the U.S. military increased as men and women served in greater depth along each other. So is the outstanding billionaire pushing that vital female voters right into Hillary's hands? Here to help me break it all down, Morgan Ortegas and Jessie Jane Duff. Jessie, I'll start with you. You served in the military. You've been outspoken on these kind of things. What are your thoughts on the answer, the tweet, and overall, this notion of just over? I mean, I think a lot of people are shocked by those sheer numbers. Are women in that much danger as they serve our country?
Well, the tweet actually said that many of those sexual harassment complaints were unreported, and the low number of prosecuted sexual harassment. So there's a big disparity there. You can't prosecute if it's not being reported. That's the first error there. But I don't think Donald Trump said anything that was negative. He said in his tweet, this is what's going to happen when you put men and women together, and that's a no-brainer. When you get deployed, you are taking, you're basically sleeping in the same quarters. You're 24/7. You often have showers that are open. You have bathrooms that are open, not with the opposite sex, but there are many males who have actually reported sexual assault and sexual harassment. So what we're looking at is, what he's saying is, what were they thinking if they didn't prepare for this? We've got colleges and universities with high rates of sexual assault and sexual harassment. It is a serious issue that has to be addressed. You can't ignore it. And the military pretty much buried this for many years until the 90s.
So then, Jessie, what you're saying is, but are you saying that then that these men who are trained to fight in combat can't restrain themselves? Or it just makes a higher probability of it happening?
I think that we would be naive to say that sexual harassment doesn't exist in every aspect of our lives, and we have to be informed on it and trained on it and how to prevent it and how not to cause it. And we're being naive if we don't do it. The military ignored this for many, many, many years, and the reporting cycle with those numbers that Donald Trump had presented it told me many women didn't feel comfortable reporting it. There was prosecutions, but it was not being reported. Now, the military has come great ways, and the Marine Corps, for example, has made it so that people have more access to report crimes. However, we also have to recognize everybody has due process. Just because somebody reports it doesn't mean it happened, but we can't do victim focus.
Morgan, from a political point of view, I heard some today. You do your channel surfing and you look on the social media and stuff like that. But it feels like everyone's saying that it's the suburban white woman in the suburbs who's going to dictate this, who will be any swing states in North Carolina and Virginia and Pennsylvania and other places. So this sort of thing, and plus, listen, it was so convenient that Matt Lauer had this tweet in the first place. A lot of people actually believe Donald Trump was set up with this thing, but how do you...
Well, he wrote it. I mean...
Yeah, but the idea that someone would ask this question and Matt Lauer would happen to have in his lap a tweet from 2013 was kind of coincidental. Wink, wink. But how do you think the answer was? That the answer that you would prefer?
It was a stupid answer. It was a stupid tweet, and he should apologize. It's offensive to every woman who has served and is serving now, and it's stupid to all women. I mean, it's offensive to all women. It's not unprecedented for Donald Trump to apologize. When Kellyanne Conway, we were just talking earlier, what a great job she's done. When she took over, his first speech was apologizing for some of the stuff he shouldn't have said. And he was really unprepared last night to talk about the rape cases in the military. He didn't understand the judicial court, the court system, the court-martial system within the military. And I understand that he doesn't want to be overprogrammed and doesn't want to come off like a politician.
Right.
But I think this was a test case for him that shows that he's really got to prepare a lot more on these issues when it comes to the next debate. And the bottom line is he's got to apologize. It's a really stupid and offensive thing that he said, and he's just going to dig himself into
Hold on a second, Jessie. We've got like 30 seconds, but I want you to reply to that, and also
if you can, stupid. He was accurate.
If you can, also the question about suicides.
Well, wait a minute. What was he accurate about? I'm sorry, that is so outlandish. What was accurate about what he said?
What was inaccurate about what he was saying? The military has never treated sexual harassment seriously, and he said
the military
when you put
has
men and
done
women
so
together.
much over the past 5 years.
Were you on active duty when you first got your first sexual harassment class? No, you were not. because I was on active duty and the military did not address sexual harassment during the bulk
Right.
of
When
my
was
career.
the last time that you were in the
Fact.
military? Have you been in the last 5 years?
I
Oh,
know,
shit.
and I,
Exactly.
and I
Exactly. 'Cause
seriously
they're addressing
said
it
they
now.
have come a
And because
long
of Kirsten
ways.
Gillibrand and
They've
other
come
senators, they're
a
addressing it now.
long ways.
Right, but you haven't been in for the past 5 years, so you don't know what you're talking about.
But
Well,
I do
obviously-
know what I'm talking
obviously,
about.
ladies,
Don't
No,
you
insult
don't.
my
This is-
credibility.
This is something that touches a nerve. We can feel it and see it right here, and I'm sure we'll hear about it a lot more. I want to come back. Maybe not. We don't have time now, but I also want to ask you guys maybe later in the show or a different time about suicides. It's a national crisis, and
Yes,
it's a
it
shame.
is.
Thank you both very much. Also coming up, both Clinton and Trump took the stage last night, and they were grilled.